Stop pissing off your subscribers. I have 3 tips today that are going to help you stop doing that, and I'm going to show you them now.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
All right, let's get started. I have 3 tips for you to make you more productive in bot building, and 2 is to not piss off your subscribers that you keep asking them the same question over and over and over. So tip number 1, break up your bots into small little flows. This is going to make your life so much easier. Your subscriber, you're going to be able to keep them on the right path very easily and follow up with them. If you create bots that are like this with spaghetti code all over the place, and that's what I call it. I've been a developer for over 20 years, and I hated maintaining programs and walking in and it's just spaghetti. Why not break it up into small objects so that you can go from here to here to here to here, but if you have a problem, you know where to go to fix it. This is a mess. So it's just a pet peeve of mine. What I do is I have 15 flows here, each one doing one specific thing. So, but let's say you had a quiz and it was 10 questions, and you had 10 questions here. And if you put all 10 questions in one flow, number 1, let's say the bot stops, just stops, which happens. You've been reading comments sometimes in the groups that the bot can just stop operating. How do you get them started on question number 5? And that's where they got stuck. Or number 6 is the next one that they should go to, but it didn't go there. So how are you going to get them started? If you have them broken down into each flow, you're going to be able to get them back started on question number 6. And let's say they just stopped. Let's say the bot didn't stop. They just stopped. Now, you can't just follow up with them if they're in a whole sequence. Yeah, you could say, hey, you stopped at question 6. But why not be able to send them back to question 6 24 hours later? Because you could prompt them again, say, hey, I know you got through 5 questions. I'm going to start you up at number 6 if you want. I know maybe you got busy. So you could follow up with them. So break them up into small little flows. Don't do this, please. Save yourself a headache or anybody else a headache when you have to fix it, you have to get them started again, whatever it is. It just makes it easier to put them together. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is when you're testing, you can actually move the starting point wherever you want. So I actually was doing it on this one at one point. But let's say normally the starting point would be over here. So we publish it, and let's do this. I'm going to go into Facebook, and I'm going to fire this one off. And we're going to get in here. And there we are. Looks like I already had a donut. Ah, great. So I already had the donut. So I'm going to go out here and clear out the tags quick. But basically what I'm going to get to is that you can actually fire this off again. So now I'm at the start of enter my email. All right, I'll enter my email. And now we're waiting. Here's a donut coupon. I got it. There's a coupon and I could redeem it. So let's just say you had a problem farther down in here and you just want to test, let's say, the back end of it. You know, because basically what this does, let's go back in here. I'm going to say, yeah, redeem the coupon. It's going to say, are you sure? Yes, I am. And I want to enter in $23 worth of donuts. So now it's basically updated a Google spreadsheet and how much I spent. So let's just say we're having problems with that part of it. and that is this section here. Right here, great. Do you really want to redeem? And then you can actually get the money. And you're testing, let's say, because this is firing off a zap in Zapier. So, and let's say you're just having problems. You want to keep testing this until it gets right. And hey, why go through this whole process every time? So what you can do is take the starting point, starting step, put it on the flow, actually the message you want to start on, and publish it. So now when you preview it, we're going to go back in here, and there it is. Great, Jeff, do you really want to redeem this? Yes, I do want to redeem it. So now I'm going to enter in 45, and I'm going to enter 45 there. So basically what we just did is we were able to test this portion of it over and over and over until we get it right. So I just wanted to, tip number 2 is just being productive in your testing and not having to run the whole flow over and over and over. Move the starting point to where you want to start so that when you run it, you're just testing that part of it. Now, granted, if you had something like this, this may come in really handy, but don't do that. Please, just take my advice. Don't do that. Of 20 some years of coding, no. So, okay, that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is, let's see where I can find that. Tip number 3. So, not sure if I have it in here. No, I don't. Let's maybe just make a new flow. So tip number 3, I'm going to say test, email, and phone. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build a flow, and we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to put a user input, say email, and we'll go to test email. And then we're going to put another user input field. I'm going to say phone. And we're going to get the phone. And we're going to scroll this up a little bit. Phone. Where are you? Test phone. There we go. So now we're going to collect the phone and the email. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a condition here that says if test email is unknown and test phone. Where are you? Test phone. Test phone is unknown. So both of them are unknown. So what we're going to do is, yes, they're unknown. So we're going to go to this step. And actually, this is going to be the starting step here. If it's no, they're not unknown, we're going to send a message. And we're going to say, is this your... Okay, now we're going to say this. This is what we have on file for your email and phone. Are these correct? And we're going to say, I love using quick replies because they go away. People can't come back and use them. And so we're going to say, yes, you're right. So we're going to go to message and we're just going to say, great. Great. But let's see. And we're going to go back here and we're going to say no. I'm going to say done. And we're going to move this and we're going to send it to collect them again. So there we go. And at the end, you could actually do this. Or you could go back to here and just double check that things are good. Now, another thing in here, the email, because we get the email loaded from Facebook, what I would say the question should be is the email below your best email? If so, click the button. Otherwise, please enter another email. And you do the same thing with the phone, because now you are actually getting stuff from Facebook. You're getting stuff from Facebook, the email and the phone number. So just ask them if it's the best one. Is the email, is a phone below your best phone number? There you go. So let's publish that. Let's run this baby. And let's see, what do we got here? All right. This is what we have on file for your email. Is this correct? Oh, that's not good. I don't have anything. Oh, never mind. Sorry. It's one of those kind of days that I'm having. So let's say, are these correct? And so what you're going to do is you need to put them in here. Duh. Anyway, so email. Phone number. All right. So now we're going to publish it. So, and you can see that it actually is custom user field, and then they got numbers. So those are things that, as far as a developer, we're doing some things with dynamic content that you have to do it. So now we got the right stuff there. So let's publish it, preview. So let's go back in here, say, there it is. This is what we have for your email and phone number. Are these correct? There they are. I'm going to say, no, they're not. Is this? Oh, that's interesting. If so, click on below. All right. So what did I do wrong? Because I didn't pick email on that. All right. See, you make little mistakes and you figure them out. So let's try this one more time. There we go. Is this correct? No, it's not. Oh, there it is. Is the email below your best email? If so, click the button. Otherwise, please enter one. I'm just going to enter a different one. Jeff at CubMediaVox.com. All right. So is this the best phone number? No, it's not really my phone number. I believe this is the one that you want to use. All right. So now it's going to come up and confirm it again, and there we are. Those are right? Yeah, they're right. Yes. Great. So what we did there is not piss off our subscribers and ask them over and over if we already have that information. So what I suggest is you kind of use stuff like this. And let's do this. So I'm going to rearrange this and make it a little smaller, bring it out, zoom in. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to start with a condition. You're going to check both email and phone number if they're unknown. If both of them are unknown, then you're going to ask for them. And then when you're done, you're going to go here. But if they say, yeah, actually this thing should be over here, kind of. That's kind of odd. So once they enter them, ask them, make sure, confirm it, and then say, great. If they don't have them, if there's none in there at all, they're unknown, they're going to ask for them right away. So this way, you're only asking them once to enter them, but you're verifying that you have the right information. So I hope these 3 tips, that's tip number 3, and I hope these 3 tips help you in being more productive and not pissing your subscribers off and those types of things. So, all right, that's the end of the lesson. Well, that concludes our video for today on the 3 tips on how not to piss off your subscribers anymore. Tip number 1 is how to break up your bots so it's easier to keep them on track, restart them in certain areas, just makes it easier to maintain and keep your subscriber happy. Tip number 2 is how to move the starting point around while you're testing your bot and making it easier so you don't have to run through the whole thing every time to test little pieces of it. Great way to be productive. And tip number 3, don't ask for the email and phone number over and over and over if you have it. Display it and verify if you have the right stuff so they don't have to re-enter it. So it makes it a lot easier and you're not pissing them off anymore. So hopefully you liked this video. And if you have any questions, post them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And as always, like the video, share it across the world, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Down in the description, I do have a link to a great Facebook group, all like-minded people sharing ideas. Come on and join us. And in the coming weeks, we'll talk about the ManyChat dynamic content block a little bit more, just to kind of give you a heads up. So enjoy the week, and I'll see you next week in the next video.